Hello and welcome back. We are now on the home stretch. And to everyone who has been with us all day long, thank you so very much. We started strong and we're definitely will be ending strong. It is my honor and my privilege to introduce and to present to you all the way from Texas to be with us today and to bless us with a poem. Let's welcome Damian Charles. And I do believe the title of your poem is Thank You, Mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Very appropriate with Mother's Day right around the corner. So, Damian, you're on center stage. Bless us with your poem.
Okay. I love you, Mom. My mother is so special to me. She's more than just a friend. Whenever I need her, she will always give me a hand. She loves me, even from when I was a child, even till this day and beyond. She said I'll always be wild. She supported me and guided me in all that I tried. She does what she can to get me through the pain, suffering, and cries. Times, the good and the bad, she helped me through it all. She had confidence and believed in me and told me to stand tall. She helped me through my struggles in life when my father wasn't there. Whenever I need her, she was always there. My mom is the greatest person I know. God made my mother special, you see. There's nothing in this world that she wouldn't do for me. She helps me to succeed even when it wasn't an option. She does all she can, raising a young boy into a man. To you, Mom, I want to say thank you for all that you do. And most importantly, I love you. Thank you.
Has she heard the poem before? You're going to present it to her?
She heard it from when I was on my first day this morning.
Okay, well, I know her heart is just glowing with joy because although you're not my son, my heart was glowing with joy just to hear you say such strong and powerful words about your mother.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damian. We wish you the best. We know that you are a junior at a performing arts school in Texas. We will be watching you and we expect great things from you now and in the future.
Thank you.
Go live your best life ever, Damian.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mom. Isn't it nice that a son can say thank you, Mom, and glorify his mom and praise his mom, and not be afraid or embarrassed or ashamed to share and shower that love about your mom. Thank you so much. That was absolutely powerful. Absolutely powerful. Our final presenter and speaker for this wonderful mother-son seminar is none other than Latricia Taylor. Again, we are ending strong. So send out text messages, anything else to tell your friends and your colleagues, join us for our final session. Miss Latricia Taylor, she's a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a serial entrepreneur with more than 10 years experience in business, and she owns and operates 3 small businesses. That means she has a busy life. In addition, she is CEO and founder of the Latricia Taylor Foundation, which is her pride and joy. Through her foundation, she and her team are making great positive impacts on their community. And I'm so glad to hear that because when we're doing well, we need to spread that to others in our community. Latricia is an author with 2 self-published books and a journal on Amazon. And I'm sure she'll be sharing that information with us so that we can support her in her endeavors. She also has articles published in online magazines such as Sheen. Latricia operates a consulting business, Back to Business Consulting, where she has assisted several new entrepreneurs, started and revamped their businesses, as well as provide books and businesses, coaching and consultations. She was recognized with these following accolades: 2019 ACHI Philanthropist of the Year, 2020 Fearless Woman, 2020 Game Changer, and nominated for a 2020 Community Impact Leader Award. You go, girl. She has been featured in the online magazine Voyage ATL, Urban CEO magazine, and she can be seen on local radio, TV, and podcast shows, including a podcast in London. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Paralegal Studies from Jones College, a Master's of Science degree in Administrative, Justice, and Security from the University of Phoenix. And if that's not enough, she is currently working on her dissertation for her doctoral degree in Organization Leadership and Management from the University of Phoenix. She's a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. I am sure if you lend your ears, you will find out how you can do so many wonderful things, be successful, and keep that healthy balance. Let's put our hands together for none other than our final speaker for today, Miss Latricia Taylor. Hey, Latricia.
Every time I hear someone read my bio, I'm like, who are they talking about?
We're talking about you. We are talking about you, and we are so happy that you are sharing part of your time and your talents and your gifts with us today.
Thank you so much. I wanted to come on first. I was just wanting to say that poem that Damian read. He had me in tears over here, and so I know his mom is happy and filled with joy from that poem he wrote from her. As a mother, my heart went out to him.
Me too.
That. I was like, how can I go on after that?
Me too. That was wonderful, was it not? Even though
yes,
we're not you feel it, then you feel the love.
Yes, I felt it all. I felt it all.
I love.
So I just wanted to say thank you to Deborah for having this platform and allowing me to be on this platform and share with you today. The title of the seminar is Help My Son. He's growing up. And I wanted to talk a little bit about building your best life, the son. But I wanted to start with a little story about my life and my experience of having a son. As I said, I'm a mother. I have 3 kids, 2 of them are daughters, and the youngest one happens to be my son. As growing up, he was my ride or die. Of course, the babies stick next to you all the time, and they're really close to you. And we went everywhere together. We did movies, lunch. He was my cheap date because I can go get French fries and Matchbox cars. But it was one day, he was about 11 years old. I told him my oldest daughter was out of the house. My younger daughter, middle daughter, had just left for college. So it was, him and I and his dad. But, like I said, he was my ride or die. So I got ready to go to the store. And I was like, hey, let's go to the store. And he looked at me with a serious face and with his quiet voice and said, Ma, I want to stay here. And I looked at him in shock, like, no, he can't be saying that. So then I asked him again to make sure I heard it right. He said, yes, I want to stay here and play my video game. So I left out the house with hesitation. I left him and I went out the house and got in the car. And when I got in the car, I actually shedded a little tear. And I shedded a tear because it was like, oh my God, he's growing up and he no longer wants to just hang with his mom. He wants to do things with his friends. And it was kind of like taken back from me because he was the baby. He was real close to me. And, your kids start growing up, you want to kind of hold on to them. So I called my husband and I was like, hey, he didn't want to go with me. So just if you came home before me, he's in the house. But then telling him how I felt about the fact he did not want to hang out with me anymore. And that's when he told me, he's a young boy and he's growing up and you're going to have to let him grow. And when I thought about that, a couple of days later, I thought about it. I want him to turn out to be a great man and a great man with, I'm sorry, I guess I didn't wipe the tears, but a great man that grow up to be an awesome father, an awesome husband, and a great citizen in society. And the only way he can do that is I would have to pull my purse strings from him some and allow him to experience life as a young man and not up underneath his mother. Yes, he would always be my mama's baby, but he also has to experience growing up as a young man. And I was listening to one of the other speakers mention about her being a single mom and saying, people always say women cannot raise men. To an extent, I agree with that. But the other extent, as she pointed out in her speech, is that there are some awesome men out here that were raised by single mothers. So women can do what we need to do. And one of the things that I did was to make sure he was surrounded by strong, positive men so that they can pour into him what he needed as a man as he was going through life and experiencing things that I wouldn't understand as being a woman. So I say that to say, if you're out here and you have young boys that you're holding on to and you don't want to let go, that you have to realize that we can give so much to them, but we also have to realize that we need them to grow up and experience being around their friends, talking to their friends, talking to other guys, and getting the things that they need so they can grow up to be strong men for our community. However, with that being said, I fast forward now with me being able to allow him to do that. I fast forward now, he's 20 years old. He'll be 21 in 2 months. He's in school. He has a full-time job. He operates his own business, and he is always out there striving to better himself and build himself to have a better life. And this is what I want. So the only thing that I have is that I have to pray. I have to protect him, but still be there to guide him in things that he needs my guidance. Because of course, if you build a bond and communication with your son or your child, and they will always be able to come back to you and have conversations with you, whether they're about life or about what they're trying to do. And we have to be there as parents to support what they're doing. And that's what I try to do, support him in what he's doing without trying to overly mother him. And it's a hard thing to do for our sons because, of course, they are our babies. I don't know why women, we have a strong attachment to our sons. And we just want to be there for everything for them. They're our babies, and we really don't want them to grow up. And with the world and how society is today, I know for me, I pray every day when he's out there. I know he's a great kid. He's kind and he's responsible and he's respectful. However, he is also a young man who's learning who he is. He's standing in who he is, that what God ordained him to be. And he's still trying to figure out things, but in a great way. So he has, like me, I'm natural. So he's natural. He wears locks. He wears the hottest, latest clothing. But someone could see him as a threat, unfortunately, for our young Black men. That is a fear as a mother that I have for him growing up, because I don't want him exposed to what society has done and have given, for our young men. We hear all about the Black shootings and all that stuff that's happened. And I know every mother cries out, just not for George Floyd, when he cried out for his mom, for any type of child that is taken by gun violence or any type of violence, whether it's the police or another person. So sometimes I pray at night that, Lord, can we just rewind the clock and make my son be that baby again, so that he does not have to go out there and experience what this world has is showing us, that they don't value our young Black men. But instead, I pray for strength. I pray for covering for him. And that's what we have to do as mothers. We have to pray for strength and covering for our young men, because we want them to be strong. We want them to live their best life. We want them to have a life like we did growing up and be able to experience the world without any type of fear, being scared, or any threats on them life for just being who they are. One thing that I do really, really, really enjoy and love about Deborah's platform is because she is reaching out to the youth. And not only do we want men to join in that, we need women such as Deborah, who's a mother, and myself, and all the women that were on this platform to reach out as well. We need to motivate, we need to encourage, and we need to inspire our youth, not just our guys and our girls, but definitely put that hedge of protection around our men, because the way life society is, they have condemned them before they even gotten started. And we don't want that. We have some wonderful young youth out here, as we saw Damian on here. He's in a performing out of school. That wonderful poem. He has a lot of life to live, and I'm sure he has so much more he can share with the world. But we have to protect them. So although we don't want them to grow up, although we want to hold them tight, although we want to keep them to us, we have to allow them to go out there and be the butterflies and go out into this world and be who they are and help them along their journey. So I think for the sons, and I know for myself, surround them with positive role models. As I said before, you have dads, you have uncles, you have cousins. They have a lot of groups out there or organizations out there that have, big brother and big sisters. One big one I used to volunteer at. So just make sure, if you are a single mom or you're not even a single mom, just make sure you keep your kids at a young age into something that is positive, that can pour into them, because as we know, as parents, no matter how much we tell them, they hear it differently from someone else. So we can tell them the sky is purple, and it could be purple, but they're not going to believe us. But if someone else tells them it's purple, 9 times out of 10, they'll believe them. So sometimes getting them around people that think like you, as far as how you want to raise your son or your daughter, how you want them to go out in life, what you want them to be, or interest, or things that interest them, and surrounded with people like that, that they can have poured into them, that they can go to, because you want to form an awesome group of people around them that they can look up to, that in any type of pinch that they can call on, even if they can't call on you. You want to build relationships for them. You want to make sure they have a team of people around them that can help them out. And believe it or not, our kids are listening. They're watching, but they're listening. They're listening to what we're saying. Even if they're not acting like it sometimes, they're actually listening to us. So as they're going about life, that everything that you're saying positive, or you're speaking positive into them, they're actually hearing that in their head when they're out and about. So when they're faced with different things, they can kind of hear what you're saying, so they can help them make the right decisions. So I just wanted to come and share that. Allow our sons to build their best life, support them, be by their side, build great communication with them. Make sure that you have that relationship that you can talk about them. My son, I'm able to talk to him about business, about personal stuff. We laugh, do all those great things. And I'm actually happy to see the young man that he has become and is becoming. Although he's not my little baby anymore, and he's not sharing the little dates with me like he used to, I still am proud of him and the young man he's becoming. He's working very hard. And that's all we can do as parents, is put our all into them and release them and pray over them, and then allow God to continue helping them while they're on their journey. So I just wanted to thank Deborah again for this opportunity to share that little bit with you guys. I don't have a whole curriculum to map out with you guys. I don't have the the formula to this. All I know is that be a mother, be the best mother you can be to your sons, guide them, and they will actually go out there and they will make you happy and they will make you proud, and you won't have to worry about it. Just continue to pray and allow God to do what he's going to do, and he's going to protect them. So, and as that's what I wanted to share. And as Anita said earlier, if you wanted to tap in with me on my platforms, you can find me at author Latricia Taylor on Facebook and Instagram. And she mentioned I wrote a book, and one of the books is A Mother's Love, A Mother's Pain. And unfortunately, that book is centered, and it was birthed out of the loss of my daughter in a DUI crash. And in that book, I'm sharing how it is to feel to be a mother, from being pregnant and carrying and bonding with your child in the womb to getting the devastating news of losing your daughter at 22 years old, and how I cope with that, my journey, and just a little bit of things like that, and some of the little letters that I wrote to her afterwards. So if you want to go get that book, it's on Amazon. And you can also go to my website, latriciataylor.com. In addition, I did From Pain to Purpose, and that book was also steered off that. But I wanted to write that journal so that people that were going through any type of loss, and we got to realize loss is not always death. It could be a disconnection from a relationship. It can be a disconnection from a job, but something that is causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain, and you need kind of help and guidance to get through that. I wrote that journal to allow you to write down your thoughts, analyze it, and kind of build what is your next step. What is the next thing you want to do to get yourself from the pain to your purpose? We all have a purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was, unfortunately, until my daughter passed away, which is why I started the Latricia Taylor Foundation. I started it so that I can turn the pain into purpose and turn a negative into something positive. So through that foundation, I realized what my purpose was. My purpose was just to be who I am, share my experience and my knowledge to help other people. And I do that through the foundation. I do that through my business with mentoring and speaking into women and trying to inspire and encourage them. I have a lot of young women that's connected to me that I kind of help guide them as well, whether in business or anything they're trying to do. So I realized that was my purpose. My purpose is to help people and share the God-given talent and knowledge that was given to me. It's not for me to hold it in. So I walk into that every day. As she read that bio, I've accomplished a lot of things, but those things don't define who I am. I'm a regular, normal person. I speak from the heart. I speak from who I am. I don't think I'm better than anyone, and I will get down in the trenches with the best of them. So I hope that you follow me. I hope that anything that I said today resonate with someone, help someone, inspired someone, or motivated someone. And again, thank you, Deborah. And let's, excuse me, all continue to build our best life.
Thank you, Miss Latricia. That was so encouraging, so inspiring. Thank you so much for speaking to your heart and allowing us to enter some of your most intimate places. I love how you started out with a personal story. And
Yeah.
as you were telling that story, you went back to that day and you went back to that place when he first told you, Mom, I don't want to go to the store with you.
Yes. The first day I realized no longer am I going to be your little buddy.
I know that had to be tough, and I definitely can relate with my son as well. As much as him driving off by himself the first time after he received his license, watching the vehicle until we could not watch the vehicle anymore, and looking out the window until he returned. So you said we have to let them grow.
Yes.
We definitely have to let them grow. And you also stated that we really don't want them to grow up. But we know they have to grow up, even though we really don't want them to grow up. But we do have to let them grow because we don't control that. And they're going to grow whether we want them to grow or not.
Exactly.
So you stated that it's important for us to make sure that we build relationships for them.
Yes.
So that they can have more than their parents
Yes.
to be able to call upon. Can you just talk a little bit about how we go about making sure that the relationships we try to build for them, the relationships that we try to form for them, the village that we're trying to create for them, how do we go about making that village for our young, mainly our young male sons?
I would say make sure you look within your own circle. So, like I said, you have uncles, you have cousins within your church. people that you feel that are strong, positive men that would be great role models that your child can connect with, that will understand them. And they need that. What I found out for young men, especially, they didn't need someone that's not going to teach to them, but more so understand where they are and be able to speak real life to them. So sharing their personal experiences with them, because we all have a past, we all grew up, we all have done things. So when you relate to them in that way, because yeah, we may have it together now, but we always didn't have it together. So be able to relate to them that way. So when you're building that network, you're building people that are positive, that you want to have in your child's life, that's going to be a positive influence, but also someone that's going to relate where they are. Because if your child is coming home in a difficult situation with friends, from what we used to say now, the biggest thing is bullying, or dealing with girls, or now the violence out there, you want them to be able to go to someone that's going to come down with them and talk to them in real life, not what, high level of, oh, you just shouldn't do this. Really explain to them why these choices could be wrong or could be bad, understanding what the consequences could be if they make one choice versus another choice, so they really can understand that, because they want someone to feel like you understand them, that you've been in their shoes, so that they can listen to them. If they don't think you've been in their shoes or you can relate to them, most likely they're not going to listen. So tap into your churches, your uncles, your cousins. Sometimes it's right in your family. And if it's not, there's organization, like I said, big brothers, big sisters. I know a lot of the fraternities have different things. So go and try and tap into those things that's available for these youth, and connect them with those type positive things, so that they can have that network and people that they can go to.
Thank you so much for sharing that additional information with us. Congratulations on your books. Congratulations on your journal. And what's next in store for you?
Right now, I'm working on another business that is going to be a food truck. I'm still going strong with the foundation, doing awesome things in the community through that. And I'm also building another brand. I have a founder with, it's called Shades of Bear. And we're actually trying to build a network for women so that we can provide consulting work. She's a mental health. And then on my business side, and just a network of non-judgmental women that we can all kind of talk to and relate and talk about not only business, but things such as what we're talking about today, being a mother, and just like, how do I navigate? I want to pull my hair out. What do I do? And just have a women around you that's not judgmental, can say, hey girl, I understand. I'm there with you. And this is what I do. Try these tips, self-care, and just things like that. Just continue doing what I do. And I feel like the purpose of my life is just pouring into people whatever I can.
That is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. It sounds as if you have many great positive things going on, and you have a great balance with everything that you're doing. The main thing is you're making a difference in your community, and you're definitely, sounds like you're being a wonderful, wonderful mother to that lovely son that you have.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Latricia. Do you have any final closing remarks for our audience?
No, I would just say allow your children, your son especially, to build his best life and go out there and let him go. It's not as bad as we think it is. They're going to turn around and be great men, and you're going to be proud. So just allow them to be who they are, and they're going to flourish. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Whoa, what a day this has been. Building your best life, and this mother and son seminar. For those of you, again, who so very much. And we know that we started our day, as every day, with a wonderful prayer. That's how we always open up every day, is with a prayer. We started off with Carol, who reminded us that the place between your comfort zone and your dream is where life takes place. And then Tinky brought tears to my eyes with that solo, You Made a Way. And then Brady came back and she kept it real 100 with us. And she said, been there, done that, now exit it out. So thank you, Brady, for keeping it real with us. Then Deborah came and shared her talent with us again with an original poem. He is a strong stone. So thank you, Sister Deborah, for that. When Anastasia came, she was tough on us. She said, shape up or ship out. But then she focused on that word or. And she said, or is the turning point. It's the stage between success and failure. And then we have the opportunity for change. Then we were blessed by grace with a lovely mind rendition. Then came Sabrina, and Sabrina reminded us that we are a tribe of mothers doing our best to raise our sons, doing our best to raise our children. I need you, you need me, we need each other to survive. So when someone calls on you, please be that positive influence in their lives. Then Damian, what can I say about Damian? Damian, I know you had two mothers crying, okay? Because Latricia was crying and I was crying. But I guarantee you there were some more mothers out there who felt that heart-wrenching poem, original poem, I'm sure, that just said, thank you, mother. You touch our hearts, Damian, with that poem. We started strong, and then Latricia made sure that we ended strong. She reminded us that we need to build relationships for our boys, for our sons, for our children. We need to have a team of positive people that they can call on. So when we let them go, then we can be assured that they will be all right. Thank you so much, Miss Deborah, for allowing me this opportunity to host this wonderful, great event. I am so encouraged. I am so inspired. I am so happy that I was able to share this wonderful day with you. And again, congratulations on your second year. And I know bigger and better things will be coming your way as well. You probably need to tell us what's next in store for you, because I know you don't sit down and sit still and those minds, and you are always spinning and always looking to what's next. I love you, Deborah. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this great day. You're on mute, Deborah.
I'm always doing that. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. And thank you so much for being such a great host. But I just want to thank everybody that had a part in making today a success. And it was definitely a success. You know, when I've been planning this probably, well, put it on my calendar of events last fall, but I've been working on it all year. And so as I started out, you know, asking God, you know, I want the right people on here, guide me, give me discernment and everything. So I got my speakers, and so then my coach said, now, you know, you got to step it up now. You got to do things a little different now. You're not doing this like you do your normal lives. And I was like, oh, okay. So this past week and a half, I've been working on having a real seminar. So the first young lady I had asked to be the host, she had a family situation. And I was like, oh, okay. And so she had told me like a week out that, you know, maybe she wasn't sure if everything was going to be okay, but like, okay, but I was just believing in God, so I didn't reach out or whatever. So once she told me that she couldn't, it was just, you know, when you ask God to do something and you put him in the plan, it's going to come out, perfect. Well, I'll just say perfect, because Anita is not someone that I talk to at all on the phone. I've known her for years, but she is my oldest son's wife, so my daughter-in-law's aunt. And that's how I know Anita, but God put her in my spirit. And I was like, oh, okay. So I called my daughter-in-law, and I was just talking. I said, I bet you thought I was getting ready to ask you, didn't you? She's like, yes. But so she gave me Anita's phone number, and like I said, we don't talk. And I realized later I already had her phone number and my contacts. But I called her, and it was so God ordained, because she's normally a very busy woman, and she was free today. So I know our relationship and reading what you had on your resume, on your bio, that it is God ordained, and this is not the last time that we will be doing something together. We will be doing some other things together. So thank you so much. And then I have my goddaughter, and she would come in here and stick her head in. Anytime I'm doing anything, she's always wanting to help with, what do you want me to do? And I was like, well, no, I don't know, but I need you to come over. So she was the one that was handling the comments and everything for me. But this is, come over a little bit. This is my goddaughter, Patrica. So thank her so much. And then my husband, Dan, I said, I wanted to start out with prayer. This is a seminar. So I said, so who better than my best friend, my best supporter? So I got him to do that, even though he had a couple things he had to do. So he was like out the door before and out the door afterwards, but he helped me out. And then I had in my mind, okay, mother and son seminar, who can I get to sing? And I thought about this Latricia Pickett, she has a beautiful voice, and her son does as well. So I said, oh yeah, they can sing. And her son was like, So God orchestrated for Tika to sing, and she really blessed us. And my other church daughter, Ann Grace, was the mime, and I apologize for not starting the music on time, but she blessed us as well. And then who else did I have? And then Damian, oh wow, he blessed us. And he kind of like is busy today. He's moving. So he came in and he was on time and everything. So that was such a blessing. And then I hope I haven't missed anybody. Oh, and then my coach is always pushing me and giving me the tools I need to be successful. So I thank him as well. And then all other speakers, Carol Crockett, Brady Robinson, Anastasia Smith, Sabrina Williams, and Latricia Taylor. Wow, y'all blessed me. Thank y'all all so much. I didn't think May 1st was ever going to get here. Then it started going really, really fast. But this has been such a blessing. It doesn't seem like I've been here since 10 o'clock because everything was so smooth, so seamless. I appreciate y'all. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my platform, if you go on www.buildyourbestlife.org, www.buildyourbestlife.org, you can see all my social media, the lives that I do 3 times weekly, find out about my platform, more about myself. I release a blog every Monday, and then I have a web store out there, and it'll give you all my services, speaking, consulting, coaching. And also I have my book that I wrote, Build Your Best Life. It's based on basic principles and helping our young men to achieve their lives. You know, they have things from their past, things that Latricia talked about in society that's just against them, that talks them down, beats them down, and they are bright, they're intelligent, and I just want them to get those basic principles, get mentors and pastors and parents to step up and assist them, because a lot of them need is a hand up. So that book will help the whole entire circle. So not only the young people, but all people that may come in contact with them. So you can get an autographed copy from my website. Amazon has the book as well, and they have an ebook on Amazon. So again, thank you all so very, very much. And I do have a men and boys seminar coming up Saturday, June 12th. So look out for the communication on that. And Build Your Best Life is my commitment. And that's not a slogan, that's my commitment. I am here for anyone that needs help. And Latricia can tell you, I've always been a nurturer from the heart. So anybody that needs help, I'm willing to help. It doesn't matter. So You can DM me, send me an email. All my information is on my website. I'm here to help you and assist you. So I just want you to know before you leave that as you go on your journey to being a better you, you will run into distractions, rough terrain, pitfalls, and detours. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you so that you can build your best life. Thank you, bless you, and enjoy your weekend. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love you too.